Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over key information that's going to be announced this week in the market. We have a lot of key data that's going to be released this week. This is a very important week, perhaps the most important week of the entire year when it comes to the economy, as there is key information coming out. We got the jobs data that's going to come out on Tuesday. We have the Fed meeting that's going to end on Wednesday, and throughout the week, we're going to have very important companies announce their earnings. Some of the biggest companies in the world will be announcing their earnings this week. So if you guys enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a like on it, as this is a very important video and there's a lot of key information we're going to go over. Like the video if you like it. Comment with any questions or suggestions or anything that you have. Leave them in the comments below, guys. And we are a new channel, recently trying to get bigger, guys. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you can join us on our journey. A lot of information this week, a lot of key data coming out this week. The market is going to change in a big way this week. Let's go over that information. All right, so on Tuesday, we get the jobs report. The jobs report is going to come out. We're going to see how many jobs have been added to the year so far. When we compare it to December's numbers, we can see that over 223,000 jobs were added in the month of December. This was above analyst expectations. Now, we want to see what's going to happen so far in January. How many jobs are added in January? As a lot of us know, there's been increased layoffs, specifically in the tech sector. We've had a ton of layoffs when it comes to the tech sector, and this is also starting to bleed into other sectors. Other sectors have been getting hit with layoffs as well. We had Bed Bath & Beyond announce layoffs. We had Goldman Sachs announce layoffs. We had McDonald's announce layoffs. These are non-tech companies that are announcing layoffs. So this is starting to go into other sectors as many companies start to prepare for any economic crisis that we may have this year. When it comes to the chart, we can kind of see how that's playing out. January of last year, we started off pretty strong, especially in February, on how many jobs were created, right? We were coming out of the coronavirus and we kind of were adding a lot of jobs. But as the year kind of went on, we've gone lower and lower, with December being the lowest job creation month of the entire 2022. This is very important. I don't think that many companies are going to be adding as many jobs as they were before. I think most companies are either A, going to be laying off people, or B, just holding on to what they already have. So I do expect a miss when it comes to job creation. I don't expect this to be as high. This could be one of the things that could trigger us into a recession is job layoffs, right? It's been mostly in the tech sector, and even the companies outside of the tech sector that have announced layoffs, they haven't laid off as many people as, say, the tech sector has. And the tech sector specifically only makes up 2.8 of the overall job market. So only 2.8 of the overall job market come from the tech sector. But this is something to keep in mind and something to be concerned about as we head into the future, as now we are starting to see that not only these layoffs are not only in the tech sector heavily, but they're starting to bleed off into other sections as well, into other sectors. So that is something to keep in mind and something to be cautious about. Now, the very next day on Wednesday, we have the Fed meeting. February 1st, they will announce what's been going on, what are their thoughts when it comes to inflation, and how much, or if they are going to increase interest rates. Interest rates has been the topic for the discussion for the last year. It's been very important as the Fed has been very aggressive when it comes to interest rates hikes. Now, something to keep in mind is when it comes to these CPI numbers, or better yet, the inflation numbers, they have came in better than expected. Ever since June of last year, we've been constantly going down. We've been going down every single month ever since June, with December ended the year at a 6.5. So we've been constantly going down, and inflation has constantly been getting better. We've been getting better and better. Now we really want to see how the Fed is going to react to that. How big of an interest rate? They've already announced that they're going to continue doing interest rates hike throughout this year. Thing is, how much will it be by? Most analysts are expecting them to do a hike. Some people are saying that it's most likely going to be around that 50%, or that they could lower it and even do a 25% hike. So we'll see what the Fed is going to do, but this is very, very crucial, as the Fed is one of the key reasons that people believe we possibly could go into a recession if they're extremely aggressive with these interest rates hike. This is something that I personally believe. I believe that this week we are going to get two of the most important things when it comes to us possibly heading into an economic recession. We're going to get two reports, that jobs report and the Fed meeting report, what the Fed is going to say. Those are going to be two key reports, because if that job report is lower than expected and unemployment goes higher than expected, that is not a good sign. Job loss and interest rates is two of the key things that we could be hit for that can cause us to go into a recession. So there's something extremely important, and we're getting them back to back. We are getting them hit with both of these informations back to back. So this is very important, guys. This is some of the most important information that we'll be getting all year, especially so close together. Very interested in seeing how the market is going to respond to this. A lot of us are going to gain or lose money in a big way this week, as a lot is going on this week. This is a very important week. Like I said, probably if not the most important week all year. This is the week. A lot of key information is going to come out on Tuesday and Wednesday that is going to help guide what's going to happen for the rest of the year. So you really want to pay attention to the information that is going to come out. This is a very crucial week. And then on top of that, we have earnings. This week for earnings, we have a lot of the most important companies in the world that's going to report. As you can see from this, there is a lot of companies going to report. A lot of the trillion-dollar club companies are going to report this week. A lot of the game-changing companies are going to report this week. And a lot of the companies that can give us a glimpse into how the economy is doing is going to report this week. I'm going to go through some of these companies, not all of them. I don't want to make the video too long, but I'm going to go through some of these companies and give you brief analyzation of them so you can kind of see my thoughts on them. This is a very important week. So starting off on Monday before the bell, we got SoFi. SoFi is one of the game changers when it comes to the new way of banking. They're one of the game changers when it comes to the new way of banking. They're changing the way things are going. They have some of the highest yields when it comes to their savings account yield and even the checking account yield. So it is a company that I personally am going to pay attention to. I'm a big SoFi believer. It is one of my largest positions in my portfolio, so it's one of the companies I'm extremely going to pay attention to when it comes to earnings. They do report Monday before the bell, so we got SoFi, we got Philips, we got nothing crazy after that. Like I said, guys, I'm going to go some of these companies fast, but if you see any of these companies that you possibly own or have the position on owning or have the thought of owning, this is a very crucial week. So Monday, other than SoFi, for me, really nothing else I'm going to look at. Monday usually starts off kind of slow. Most major companies don't report on Monday, but on Tuesday, we get a lot of key companies. So on Tuesday, we got ExxonMobil, one of the largest gas companies in the world, the largest in the United States. They're going to be reporting Tuesday before the bell. I know a lot of people are very interested in gas and oil right now, as they had one of the best years ever last year. They're one of the sectors that actually survived 2022, one of the sectors that thrived in 2022. So they're going to be reporting Tuesday before the bell. Now, remember, we are getting that jobs report on Tuesday, and then we're getting UPS on Tuesday. The reason why UPS is so important is UPS is one of the most important companies when it comes to giving us a glimpse on how the economy is doing. Because if the economy is doing well and thriving, UPS is going to be up. If the economy is doing bad, UPS is going to be down as far as revenue goes. So this is something very important. This is probably the most important as far as a global perspective, as far as to kind of see how the overall economy is doing, right? So UPS is going to be reporting Tuesday before the bell. If you guys have one company to look at on Tuesday, if you don't own any of these companies, any other company that's going to be reporting on Tuesday, I highly recommend you check out UPS on Tuesday. That would be the one company that if you don't look at anybody, you look at UPS. But there's a lot of key companies they're going to be announcing every single day this entire week. Like I said, this is the most important week. You got UPS on Tuesday. You got GM on Tuesday before the bell. You got Pfizer on Tuesday before the bell. You got Caterpillar, one of the largest companies when it comes to construction equipment. You got them. You got McDonald's. I recently told you guys, McDonald's did announce layoffs. McDonald's is going to be reporting. You got Spotify. Spotify is one of the companies that announced layoffs. They're going to be reporting. You got Phillips 66. You have so many companies reporting Tuesday before the bell that it's insane, right? And then Tuesday after the bell, you have AMD one of the most important companies as far as chip makers in the United States. They've been changing the game for a while. They've been in, I know a lot of people that are in AMD that have been in there for about 5 years and have been doing tremendously as far as game. You got Snap. Snap has been hampered heavily. Snap has been destroyed in the last few months, in the last few years. They've been destroyed, especially specifically the last year. They're down like 70% in the last year. So Snap hasn't been doing so well. We do got them reporting Tuesday after the bell. After that, nothing crazy, nothing I'm personally going to be looking at. Wednesday before the bell, you got Waste Management, you got T-Mobile, you got Peloton. Peloton just crashed horribly. They've been doing better recently, but they crashed horribly. You got a couple of companies out there. Nothing really Wednesday for me before the bell, but after the bell, you have Meta. You got Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. They're going to report Wednesday after the bell. This is one of those companies that a lot of people are going to look at. They laid off over 11,000 employees last year. They were one of the companies to lead the way, one of the major big tech companies to lead the way when it came to layoffs. So they are going to be reporting Wednesday after the bell. They're going to give their thoughts on the economy, and also they're going to talk about how these layoffs were affecting them. That is something that I'm going to be looking at. Meta, Wednesday after the bell. Another one that I personally own. I am a Meta shareholder, so I will be looking at Meta. On Wednesday, nothing crazy. You got Aflac. Remember those commercials? Aflac. You got them on Wednesday. You got Elf. Elf is going to be reporting. You got Allstate, MetLife. So you got a few companies Wednesday after the bell. They're going to be reporting, Meta being the most influential one of all of them. Thursday is going to be crucial. I'm going to go with before the bell, but after the bell, it gets insane. Remember, on Wednesday is when we're going to get the Fed meeting. So Tuesday, we got the jobs report. Wednesday, we got the Fed meeting. So we got two. Not only do you have all these companies that are going to be announcing, but you also have two key reports that are going to come out. Thursday before the bell, you got Merck, another one of those companies that did extremely well last year. You got another gas company. They did extremely well last year. You got Hershey's, you got Sony, you got a lot of key companies. But Thursday after the bell, just the first three companies, Amazon, Apple, and Alphabet, $3 trillion. Those three companies, maybe even $4 trillion. But these three companies are going to change the game, and they're all going to be reporting after the bell on Thursday. So Tuesday, you got the jobs report. Wednesday, you got the Fed meeting. Thursday, you have $3 trillion, over $3 trillion worth of companies, just in three companies. Three of the top 5 biggest companies in the United States, or in the world, honestly. These are 3 of the top 5 biggest companies in the world. They are all going to be reporting Thursday after the bell. These are companies, at least most investors have probably at least one of these companies in their portfolio. So they're going to be reporting after the bell. You got Amazon, which has done massive layoffs. They did 2 rounds of layoffs. They announced 10,000 last year, and then they announced 18,000 this year. So Amazon has been doing crazy when it comes to layoffs. You got Alphabet, also was another company that did massive layoffs this year. They did over 10,000 when it comes to layoffs. A lot of controversy with their layoffs and the people that were laid off, as it was mixed up, as you had people that's been there for a long time even get laid off. Usually when it comes to layoffs, it's usually newer employees, new people who were recently hired, but they were laying off even veteran people, right? We're going to see what they're going to talk about in their earnings call. And then you have Apple. Apple is the last great tech company that have not announced any layoffs. They have not. Now, something to keep in mind is, unlike these other tech companies, Apple actually didn't hire a lot of people to begin with. They did not hire a lot. So because of that, they didn't have to fire a lot, that it is something to keep in mind. Apple is probably the one company that is holding up the entire stock market. Not only are they the biggest company in the world, they're the biggest way in the Dow, the biggest way in the S&P. They are the company that is holding the stock market from complete collapse. If Apple falls, we will hit a recession, in my opinion. If Apple falls, we will hit a recession. They are the one company that is holding everything together. A lot of people say we're already in a recession, but I personally believe if Apple falls, that's it. They are too important to the overall market. They're too important to the economy. They are holding it together. They haven't announced any layoffs. They haven't really done anything. They did pause on hiring. They did announce that they're going to pause on hiring, but they haven't done any layoffs. So Apple's going to announce Thursday after the bell as well. Now you got other companies that's going to be announcing. You got Ford, they're going to be announcing. You got Qualcomm that's going to be announcing, another major company. You got Starbucks. Starbucks is going to be announcing. So you have a lot of important companies that are going to be announcing Thursday after the bell. A lot of game-changing companies. On Friday, nothing I'm really interested in. You got Cigna, but nothing I really care about personally. But this week is a very crucial week, right? From the jobs report on Tuesday to the Fed meeting on Wednesday to the major earnings happening on Thursday. This is a very important week, probably the most important week of the year. The market is going to change in a big way this week. The market is going to change in a big way this week. Money is going to be lost or gained in a massive way this week. This is very crucial, guys. So something to be prepared about, something to think about, guys. I will be covering majority of the topics going on this week. I'll try to make videos as much as possible, guys, but very crucial week, guys. Very important week. The most important week all year so far. This is a very, very crucial week for the economy, guys. So pay attention, watch your portfolios, and be prepared. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys if you made it to the end. I know this was a lengthy video, longer than normal, guys. So I thank you if you did watch to the end. Leave a comment if you watched to the end, guys. So leave a comment if you watched to the end to let me know, because I appreciate it, guys. I really do. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like, as this does help out the channel. It helps us grow to get this video out to more people, guys. So if you can like the video, I really appreciate it. Once again, leave any comments below, leave any questions or suggestions or any thoughts that you may have in the comment section below. And if you stay to the end of the video, leave that in the comment section below as well, guys. And like I said, guys, we are a new channel. We're trying to grow. If you haven't subscribed, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as this does help us out tremendously, guys. I thank you for being here. Once again, guys, very important week in the market. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We got 3 big whammies. Be prepared, guys. So thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.